Hi everybody, this is Francis, and today's another episode of Bayani Talk. Hi everybody, this is Francis, and today's another episode of Bayani Talk, and today we're going to talk something a little controversial, which is how to grow Filipino martial arts. But before we do that, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and don't forget that notification button so you are alerted immediately after every new video has dropped and any upcoming events from 413 Media Group. So let's get into this. How to grow Filipino martial arts in itself is not controversial, but the suggestions I'm about to offer might be, which is something that's kind of really, for being Filipino, I know this is to be a fact. It's hard for Filipinos to accept this, which is stop asking for free stuff. Okay? There's nothing wrong with asking people to do things for you for free, but it's one of those things where you get what you pay for. Okay? If you really want to if we really need to, we want FMA to grow to the next level, we need to professionalize FMA, and by doing that means we have to act and value the things that we offer. Okay, so let's use, for example, a website. Okay, yes, you can get somebody, a relative, a nephew, a niece, an uncle, or an aunt, whatever, a cousin, to make you a website for free. Yes, it's gonna save you money. That's great, but it's not gonna save you. It's not gonna save you that much. And here's the reason for that. One of the biggest issue of asking somebody to do something free for you is that you don't have any control. You don't have control of the timeline. So, for example, if the person you're asking builds websites for a living, then of course it's only natural that they're gonna put priority over the people that pays them as compared to those who's not paying them, because they got to put food on the table and put a roof over their heads. So you're kind of waiting in limbo until all of that, right? So then now what do? You can't ask them, hey, can you prioritize my stuff over those other people that pays you? It's kind of hard, and then so what that makes that difficult is that now it's hard for you to schedule your marketing campaign around that. Okay, so as a marketing consultant, especially for those within the martial arts or Filipino martial arts field, I always tell my clients that you need to be able to be working in your marketing campaign in multiple times a day, and then doing multiple things at the same time every single day. Meaning that while somebody's building your website, you're preparing to create your inventory, or you're creating your infrastructure. Can you accept all these students? That kind of stuff. This needs to happen simultaneously, right? You can't, if it takes like maybe 2-3 months to build your website, it's going to take 6 months to actually build your infrastructure for your business, no matter what your business is. A minimum of 6 months, depending on what your business is, but it's going to take some time. So you can either, work those at the same time, or you can do this and then do this. Well, if it takes infrastructure 6 months, and if it takes websites maybe 2-3 months, let's just say 3 months, then that means you're looking at 9 months worth of work before you generate some revenue. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about. It's like that's how you're starting to lose some money, because you could have been running within 6 months. Imagine how much revenue you lost because you didn't open up your shop within 6 months instead of opening in 9. Okay? Now, it's really hard if you're going to ask somebody to build your website for free and then you can't dictate the timeline. It's hard for you to put all these things together not knowing when your website's going to be done, because you could just be sitting and waiting, and then again, you're starting to lose money. Okay? So, for example, you build your website and you're looking at, you have a location, right? And you're trying to generate business, but you don't know when the website's going to be done, so you don't know how many people are going to be able to know about your company. You're going to be paying for your commercial site this whole time. So again, you can either get it done in 6 months simultaneously, or wait 3 months to finish this and then put the 6 months together. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money that you're just throwing down the drain. Second thing is that you also don't have any design control. Okay. So I know a lot of graphic designers, and I know a lot of website builder, and a lot of them are extremely, extremely talented. They're great artists. But the problem is that they may be artists, but they're not business-minded or marketing-minded savviness, okay? Meaning that they're going to throw any art that they think that's pretty, but it doesn't make sense for your business. And because you are not paying this person, you can't really tell them what to do. You can't tell them, no, I don't like that look. I like this look. I like this color theme over this color theme. You can't do any of that because they're doing it for free. Okay? That's why it's really hard to ask people to do it for free. Now, why should you hire a professional person to help you build a website? Because your website is your 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, multiple customers inquiry that will work for you all the time. Okay? So meaning, like, anybody that looks up anything, no matter what your business is, either you're selling a product or selling a service. In martial arts, of course, you're selling a service, right? Everybody has access to the internet on the palm of their hands. Everybody's got smartphones, right? So the moment they hear about you, they're not going to go, well, I'm just going to go straight there. No, they're going to go straight to your website. They're going to ask, like, who's this teacher? What style does he or she teaches? How long have they been teaching? How long have they been practicing martial arts? Who is their teacher? Right? Those are the things that they're going to be looking for in your web. And then where are you located? That's another big one, right? So all those things are important components of your website. And if you don't have a professional looking website, if it looks too like busy and there's too much stuff on it, you're going to lose their interest. Remember, people's attention span is very short. If anything, it's like 2 seconds. And if you can't capture them in 2 seconds, you've lost them, right? So having somebody design your website professionally, right, means that they have an understanding on what the business, like how it needs to look on a business side. And if it doesn't coincide or jive with your business, you can then make those changes. You can ask them to make those changes because you're paying them and you're not going to feel bad about it, right? This is why getting somebody to professionally do it is important. And the third thing that I'm going to say as to why it's so important, because a website is a great equalizer as far as your company is concerned. Your website is just as big as the big boys' website. Your website is just as big as Walmart or all those multi-billion-dollar companies, right? Your website is just as big. Okay, so that's why you got to be able to, your website needs to look professional. That's the only thing that differentiates you between a small business, local mom and pop business, to those big boys, the big boy businesses, right? Those are the things that separates you, is how well built is your website. And trust me, guys, everybody looks at their website, okay? So if you're social media savvy as well, you want to make sure that all those social media channels point to one direction, okay? This is why building a website professionally is quite important. But this is also why it's important for you to hire people who are professionals in their industry, right? Why? Because you're asking people to hire you. If let's say we're talking about being a Filipino martial arts teacher, opening up your own Filipino martial arts school. You want people to pay you because you're a professional and you're one of the leaders of your industry, right? And you're going to ask them to pay you in what you are worth. Okay, in what you are worth. But that's what these web designers are asking also, to be paid what they are worth. Okay, that's just the way it is. Martial artists, graphic artists, web artists, it's all artists, and it's all about the value of the skills and the what we bring to the table. I've done this, and I've been doing Filipino martial arts promotion for over a decade now, and I love it. But it's so often that I've worked with people always asking me, hey, can you throw me a free tip here and there? And, I try to be nice. So I will get people to ask me, hey, Francis, can you give me some advice? And I would tell them, okay, let me ask you this first. Are you asking for advice as a friend, or are you asking as somebody who wants to be my client? And unfortunately, 98 out of 100, they're asking as a friend. Now, as my friend, I will be able to give them tips, but I always tell them that there's a certain point where I'm just going to stop, okay? Because this is the point where now this is how I put, a roof over my head and clothes on my back and food on the table. This is how I make my money, right? And the problem is like, they will ask me, like, how do you promote your school? It's not as simple as that. There's so many aspects to it that goes into it. Now, I'll give them some tips here and there, but it's a comprehensive thing. And there's people that pay me for that knowledge. I can't give it away for free to somebody else. I don't think that's very fair. Even when I used to design T-shirts, I used to design artwork. I designed the one of the national tournaments is for Wake Off T-shirts. Okay, it was a co-design with a good friend of mine. And the deal that this person had with the organization, that they were just going to give him a one-use license to this shirt. But because it needed to be vectored format, they asked me to do it. I did it because they asked me if they could do it for free, because they didn't want to pay $400 to get it done, right? So I did it because that's what my friends asked me to do. I made it, and then now because I made it, I'm now a co-owner of that design. So then, as part of the original agreement, they were supposed to get only one license use, and then that the ownership belongs to them. Well, now since I had a hand in designing it, now I have a co-ownership. And then when I insisted that I get the same deal as the original artist had, all of a sudden I get yelled at. All of a sudden I get yelled at. It's like, oh my God, who the hell is he to demand this, to do this? Well, I'm the artist, and I value what I do. Now, here's the thing. What I was asking for was a free T-shirt. That's all I was asking for. I wasn't asking that they pay me actual money. I was asking for a free T-shirt. And yet they all went up in arms about that. So from then on, I stopped designing them for them for free. If they want me to design something, if they ever want me to promote something, now they're going to have to show me the money. Why? Because I value what I do. But unfortunately, there's still people within the Filipino martial arts industry who thinks that they can get everything done for free so that there's a greater profit margin. Well, I think that the way you're generating revenue is what's killing the industry. And the way you're trying to get it done cheaply by getting people to do it for free, it's going to continue to push Filipino martial arts down and keep us from ever growing as an organization. The moment we start hiring professionals and true artists to do the things that we need them to do, is the moment that people were going to take us seriously, because we take our business seriously. You know that saying, like, until you have skin in the game, you're not going to take it seriously? Well, it's time for us to put skin in the game. And I know at 413 Media Group, we hire artists to make our shirt designs. We hire, people to build the 413 Media Group website, FMA school website. We hire people to make products for us, okay? Because we know the value of quality products, right? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go ahead and sell the farm to do this. You still need to be price conscious, or else you have to keep an eye on your bottom line and your overhead. But you still can't crimp on the things that makes us look professional. All right? So, my fellow Filipino martial artists, if you really want to grow Filipino martial arts, here's what I suggest. Stop asking things for free. You can ask for a discount. I will agree with that. But stop asking things for free. Pay the people who you know are worth it, what they're worth, because that's what you're asking your students to do, is to pay you what you are worth. I don't know. That's just my thought. Do you agree? Do you think we need to stop asking people to do things for us for free? Comment down below. Please be, just be civil about it, but go ahead and comment down below. And if you are looking for a Filipino martial school somewhere within the Riverside Inland Empire area in Southern California, don't forget to visit our sister school, our sister company at www.fmaschool.com. Until then, my name is Francis, and this is another episode of Bayani Talk. Peace out, God bless, and keep swinging them sticks.